Hi everybody, welcome back to Community Highlights, where we interview members of the Sacramento Comedy Spot community about their relationship to improv. Amy, thank you for joining me.
Absolutely, thank you for having me.
Wow, okay, so talk to me about your history with improv.
My improv journey?
Yes.
Well, my improv journey started, so I actually came to Comedy Spot when it was the spring of 2012, but I was actually still in school at UCSC, go Slugs. But my partner at the time moved here, and then we started going to the theater. A few years later, my boss was like, why don't you do Toastmasters? And I was like, okay, because I wanted to work on my public speaking. She was helping me with my goals.
Okay.
So I went to a Toastmasters, and it's not for me, for various reasons. I was addressed too much when I was visiting. They were like, and our prestigious guest, Amy. And I was like, that's not what we're doing.
It's like they've only had one guest in the last 10 years or something. They're like, thank you so much for being here.
That's really, and they, like, I was surrounded at the end, and they had me, like, fill out, like, all, I was just like, I don't like it. So then I came here, and they did the same thing, but I liked it. So I started doing classes just to get better at public speaking.
Okay.
So I did, I didn't know people did them, like, all together.
Yeah.
So I did, like, 101, and then I took a break, and then I did 201, and then I did 301. And I was never with the same people, so my bad. I didn't realize that everyone becomes super friends if you're with each other for all that time. But there are friends that I still have from all those classes that I still talk to. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't know if anyone remembers Katie Kelly, but I'm going to see Katie Kelly in July.
Wow.
And I met her in 201. And then I auditioned for Helix, and then I got on, it was Harold at the time.
Wow.
I auditioned for Harold, and I got on Harold. And then there was this weird thing that happened, I don't know, what was it, 2020 or something? Anyways, I took a break for a little bit, but then I came back, and
Couldn't say.
Yeah, it's fuzzy. And then it was Helix, and it was great. And I was on Helix for my total time on Harold and Helix was about 7 years. Which is probably too long, apparently.
Oh my gosh.
But here's the thing. It breaks up the week. I'm playing pretend with my friends. We all hang out and dissect everything afterwards. Like, I really love connecting after we're all watching each other perform.
Yeah.
So that was really great. Really just the breaking up the week part I thought was really fantastic. In 2019, I was asked to be on Trash Movie Improv that Alex Shoemaker produces, and so I've been on that since then, and that's been really fun, and I'm still on that. And that's been my improv journey.
Wow.
Very recently, I went to camp for the first time.
Yes.
An improv camp, and it was absolutely fantastic. Highly recommend. I guess that's about it. But also, like, improv is life, and, like, the more I learn about improv, the more I feel like I learn about life. And it's super basic stuff, too. It's like, breathe, listen. Like, it's all this, like, I love it so much. Be present, right?
Yeah. 7 years is so fun, because I know recently they started limiting people to 4 cycles. I understand why, but
absolutely.
I'm happy that you got so much wonderful time on it.
I was very lucky. Looking back on pictures of my Helix teams, I'm just like, wow, that team was, like, stacked. And you, like, don't even think about it. Like, Jack Brown and Kevin Hare and, like, all these people. I'm just like, my goodness, I got to be on teams with these people. So it's been quite a journey. It's been a lot of fun.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I really identify with what you say about Helix too, that, like, you see all these people perform, and then when you hang out afterwards, it is, like, really useful and important community bonding.
Absolutely.
To, like, decompress together, and then also, like, talk about the show and get to know people outside of improv, all of those things.
I absolutely love asking people more questions about their monologues. Because, like, some of the monologues are, like, juicy or, like, scandalous or, like, so sweet. And so to ask them more about that is, like, you get to see them light up and retell the story and whatever. And it'll be like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah, because I feel like in a lot of shows, there's not as much a direct connection to the performer. And so the monologue is really a place to, like, get to know people.
It's so weird, too, because it's, like, someone that you've only maybe had a handful of conversations with, but, like, you know some stuff between, like, them and their husband. And it's, like, this is so intimate. It's so vulnerable. I love it.
Yeah. Yeah, you get to know, like, deep lore about, like, their middle school bully or something.
Right?
Yeah. That's cool. Okay, so Trash Movie Improv, I guested on it maybe last year, I think. I can't even remember. But it's generally, can you explain what the show is?
So Trash Movie Improv, produced by Alex Shoemaker. It is a bunch of bad movie clips that segment throughout the show, and then we do improv based on the crazy things that we see. And it's so wild because it's like, it'll be this really off-putting clip. And so it's like, I like feel weird, and then I like have to like go make fun of it or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. But I really appreciate my team, Kevin Cooley, Sam Harrison, Tessa Brown, RK. It's a really, really good team to be able to like, I can go in with like half an idea or even just a gesture, and like I will be well supported, and it typically goes great. I can't think of a time where I was like, oh, that felt terrible.
Yeah, you want to talk about heavy hitters.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
It's a stacked
So I feel
team.
so lucky. Yeah, exactly. I feel so lucky to be on a team with those people.
That's wonderful. Yeah, I feel like Trash Movie, I think, is known so it's a Saturday show, and it's also known in the community as being like one of the first shows that reaches out to people to have them guest for the first time. And I really appreciated that as like an up and coming improviser who was like, and it just like to go on to a cast that was so supportive and so like excited about my ideas and stuff.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, we totally got your back. I really appreciate that too, and I feel like that's one of the reasons that Alex made this show was that he could show that to people, that he could, because it doesn't matter if you're playing with someone better or worse than you. Everyone's going to get better because of it.
Yeah.
So that diversity is really important, and I couldn't imagine just having the same cast the whole time because it's like I like it. I like the change up. The only thing that I wish was a little different, this can be off record, is that like we introduced our guests, but we could introduce all of us, Oh, like, this is Alex, this is Amy,
this
is
one
Tessa.
person gets introduced.
Yeah, you lazy get introduced, but it's like, what about me and Tessa?
I'm Amy! That's very funny. When I was guesting on it, we did a rehearsal. I can't remember if you were there or not, but Kevin Cooley laughed so hard he cried.
Oh, isn't that wonderful? Oh my gosh, when you just like get to people that like aren't always that soft,
Yeah.
It's like, oh.
Yeah, it was
touching.
Very fun. And yeah, I think Alex Shoemaker, I assume, does so much work to find all of these clips, like searching the bowels of the internet.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine the hours put in. Like, I mean, do you watch on fast forward and then like I've never asked his process because I'm like afraid he's gonna rope me in. Which who has time for this, But if I see like a clip of something or like a trailer of something, I'll like send it to him and be like, this is crazy, and he'll be like, yeah. He definitely encourages us to like send him clips too, but I'm like, it's hard to have time for bad movies.
Well, because it's every month and there's multiple clips per show.
It's like 5 clips per show.
I know. It's a lot of turnover.
And it's really funny too. There'll be like PSAs or like a really off-putting trailer or like, some advice thing for high schoolers from like the 60s. And it's like, wow, we've really come a long way.
Yeah, like I'm sure that like I've seen one where it was like an anti-marijuana campaign or something. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah. We've learned so much since then.
We've learned so much since then. Yeah. It's also, this is a random anecdote, but I was working box office and it was a trash show and there was somebody that was like responding to the clips in the audience and I was like, are they supposed to be talking? But like there's like a whole ethos around bad movies and like talking in the theater and stuff like that. And so then I was like, oh, I have to adjust. Trash movie has a little bit of a different audience sometimes.
Yeah. The commentary is welcome because I mean, I feel like comedy is a way we just kind of maybe cope with things, understand things a little better, put a different tilt on it to make it a little more palatable. And some of these clips are pretty off-putting. So it's nice to be able to have that.
Yeah, the audience is all in it together.
Yeah, there was one, I feel like it was around Christmas or something. We all got to put in clips, and I put in one from Hunchback of Notre Dame, which I saw when I was, 7 or something.
Oh, that's an intense movie.
It's so intense, and I also fell asleep because I had my eyes closed for so long because they were like pouring boiling lava on the city or something, and I was just like, and then seeing it again, I was like, that was terrible. And then we got to make fun of it though, and that made it, better and lighter, and like, what are the HOA rules at the cathedral, So it's fun.
There's something really endearing to me that you're so scared that you close your eyes, but then your body feels so peaceful because your eyes are closed that you are able to fall asleep.
Right among all the screaming and everything. You're safe now, go to sleep. Like a bird, you put me in a dark room, I'll just...
Speaking of birds, you have pets.
I do have pets. Maybe too many, some people might say.
Whoa.
Various odd numbers, as it turns out. So I have 15 in my possession right now. There's 2 I'm getting next week because they're being brooded. I don't know. They're chicks. Okay. So they're going to be bigger, and then I'm going to get them so that my chickens don't eat them. Yes, so I have a bunch of pets. I have 7, technically, chickens, and then I have 6 guinea pigs and 2 cats. And I also board guinea pigs often. So, like, today, there's 10 guinea pigs in my house.
Oh, my God. Like loose in the walls?
No. That wouldn't be safe. No one would want that. They're pretty food motivated though, so you could get them to come out. But yeah, no, it's I think it's so adorable. They're so cute. They're just fuzzy little potatoes. They just want to eat.
Little fuzz logs.
Yeah, you've come over. You fed them.
Yeah, my first and second grade classroom had a guinea pig.
Just one? That's illegal.
Really?
In some countries, yeah. I think Sweden.
Because they're like friendly.
They're so social. Whoa. They need a friend or else they get depressed.
I think we had. I think this was an issue. We had two, and they thought that they were both women, and then they weren't.
That's a good problem to have, I think. Oh no, more guinea pigs.
Yeah, it was Pepper and Princess.
That's cute.
Yeah, but I just remember being like, this, like, it's because it's not a cat or a dog, it's just like a little guy that's furry. Yeah. Okay, wait, I think I can make it okay guinea pig noise.
Go for it.
Okay.
Yep, that's good. That's a good one.
Thank you. Do the cats and the guinea pigs interact?
They do.
Okay.
So there's always been guinea pigs. So when my cats were kittens, they were the same size as the guinea pig. And so they're like, oh, I'm this, I guess.
I think I'm this.
Yeah, right. So they hang out with the guinea pigs. One of my cats will like lick them and cuddle them sort of. But if she like starts to like get a little too, when you want to squeeze the heck out of something because you love it so much, I have to cut it off. And she'll also do the thing where she tries to scare them, pounce in front of them, and they don't really like that either. But the other one, he wants to cuddle with them, he wants to eat their food, he wants to like lay right next to them. He always bumps his head up against theirs to like be like, I love you.
That's so cute.
It's ridiculous how adorable my life is. Like my life is full of like, aww, all the time.
Cute aggression, I believe is the term.
Cute aggression, yes. Huxley and Orwell. My cats are dystopian authors. My guinea pigs are, you might appreciate this, Brian. They're satellites. Plato, Ariel, Echo, Webb, Fermi, Spitzer. How many is that? Anyways, there might be another one. There might be one less, I don't know.
That's the one in the wall, so it's fine.
Right. And then my chickens.
Yes, go.
That's the brunch bunch. We have frittata, meringue, sunny side up. You can imagine the other. Beauregard, Benedict,
That's fun.
It's easier to keep track if there's like a theme.
That makes sense. Do you feel like naming so many pets, it helps you name yourself on stage or name other people on stage?
I never thought of it like that. I don't really transpose like my pet ownership on stage. I probably mentioned guinea pigs more than I should maybe. That might be the only difference between me and like a non-pet person. I don't know.
Yeah, do you feel like they came up in your Helix and Harold stories?
Absolutely. Of course they did. Like, especially, like, guinea pig politics are so funny, and, like, it's
guinea
just...
pig politics?
Oh, my gosh. Who likes who doesn't like who's willing to cuddle, who's willing to share, like, who's going to chase who, like, yeah. My bunch right now, they're all together in a 2-story, 24-square-foot cage, and they did have to be separated for a few, I would say, weeks probably, just because they were not getting along.
Drama in the apartment complex.
I know, you think it's just this little fuzzy thing that doesn't have anything to worry about, but it actually, they're picky.
Have a whole interior world.
Yeah, and I actually saw them run quicker today than I've ever. I forget who was chasing who. I think, Plato. Plato was chasing Ariel, and like I was like, I should be recording this because this might be a record.
Guinea pig sprinting.
Right, and it's like, are they playing or should I like remove someone?
Are we having fun?
Yeah, right. And what's so funny too is like if someone's bothering someone, they will do the loud squeak like the wee. Yeah. Because they know I'll come be like, what's going on? And then they'll be like, and I'll be like, oh, all right.
Oh my God, like guinea pigs with their little fingers, like, he was making fun of me.
He took my carrot. Yeah.
Do you play animals on stage more frequently?
Absolutely. I love being a chicken. I love being a turkey. Like any fowl, I'm like a big fan of. I try not to force it though, right? Because I don't want to be like, pigeonholed or something. But I also like being a cat. But also I get inspiration from people that don't have cats that act like cats. And I'm like, that's probably more palatable maybe because like, I don't know. Cats don't always do this, but you see someone on stage and you're like, oh, they're a cat,
Oh, yeah, you show a range of cat behaviors, but that is not necessarily immediately identifiable as a cat.
Right.
I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my cat has a very specific personality that I assume, like every cat has a different personality. And so if you're imitating a specific cat.
Right.
I never thought about that before.
You have to be more general with with how you present cats.
A cat instead of my cat.
Yeah. What's your cat's name?
Stella Luna.
Oh, that's a good one.
Like the bat.
Like the bat?
There's a children's book by Janelle Cannon called Stella Luna about a gray bat that gets separated from its family and is raised by a family of birds. And so I was like, my cat is also away from her family of origin. So she will be called
Is
Stella.
that part of her origin story that she was like abandoned or?
No, it's just that she's not with her cat family, I guess.
I see. Okay. Because some cat moms are not good moms, and then she was kind of abandoned anyway, but you saved her.
I did get her from, like, SAC SPCA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all mine are rescues.
Nice.
Every single one of my pets. I work with a guinea pig rescue, and then I got my cats from Bradshaw, and yeah. So
That's wonderful.
my chickens, so if you go on Craigslist, they'll be like, I'm getting rid of all my chickens if someone wants them.
That's very kind of you
So
to
I'm
take
like,
your
I'll
chickens.
take your chickens.
Well,
Because they're not like prime laying age, so that's why they're like not wanted anymore. But I'm like, I'll
Aw.
take 'em. I have like 2 moochers right now that don't lay anything. They just eat. They just hang out.
That's good for
It's
them.
totally fine. Yeah.
We don't need capitalism. Never heard of her. We don't need jobs.
No, they're doing a great job. They're still cute, so it's fine.
Yeah, I definitely feel like I tell stories when I was on Helix. Told stories about my cat a lot because she's just like. So it's just like weird to have another being in my like another entity that's not a human in my house. I didn't really grow up with pets, and she's like the first pet that I've really had,
wow.
and so it's been like an adjustment to just have like a thing in my house.
But isn't it like do you houseplants too?
I have a couple. She's a nibbler though, so I can't have that many houseplants.
Yeah, no, I feel like mine are literally in a cage. All my plants are in a cage by the window, so the cats can't get to them because they are also nibblers. And also they'll just be like, I just want to dig at the dirt.
Yeah, a Helix story that I told once was I was gifted a plant that Stella seemed really into, and the person that gave it to me was like, watch out, my cat's really into this. And then I went away for the holidays, and when I came back, she had just like totally mangled the plant. So I took it to the nursery and was like, what is this plant? Why is she so into it?
You took it to the plant hospital.
Yeah, the plant hospital. I said, please, can you save her? And they were like, did your cat have a good time? And I was like,
Is it catnip?
what? No, it wasn't catnip. I was like, what? It was a spider plant, and they're like, that's like a hallucinogen for cats.
Oh.
And so my cat had just been getting high while I was gone. Like the parent is out, like time to play. And she was relentless. Like I took it home and put it in a room that she doesn't go in, and she was just like after that. And eventually I was like, okay, I don't.
You have a problem, cat.
Yeah, exactly. I had to put the plant outside because I was like, this cat will not stop.
Yeah, same. I had to put my spider plants outside or in a cage.
Yeah. It's very funny to me that the guinea pigs are in a cage and the plants are also in a cage. You're like, these are also my pets.
Yeah, right. Seriously. And the chickens have their own, coop cage outside too, so.
That's great.
Yeah.
Is your, I was going to ask a question, but I know the answer. I was going to be like, is your yard just full of cages of different things? But you have a very nice yard.
Thank you. I have, I guess planters, do those count as cages? Because I also have a bunch of tomato plants and, cukes and zooks this year too.
How are those coming in?
The cucumbers and zucchinis are still really little, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong with that, but they're fine. I've gotten a couple sun golds.
Whoa.
I know.
Fun.
Because they're delicious is all, but do you garden?
I have a backyard, but it's a rental, so I have not like approached the landlord about if I can dig stuff up.
Because if you get evicted, your plants get evicted too. You have to be out there digging and also packing.
Yeah, it's just me with my stuff on the sidewalk, and then the other side is just a bunch of plants and dirt.
If you paid for it, why not?
Yeah, I'm taking these with me. But yeah, hopefully someday. I think growing vegetables is so fun. My dad did a lot of gardening growing up, and so like eating cherry tomatoes off the vine is like
Nothing.
one of the best
when they're
things.
warmed by the sun.
Oh my god. Yeah. Okay, so you took the improv classes you took 101 through 301, and then had you taken anything like in between improv classes before you went to camp?
No.
Okay. So what was it like reapproaching learning improv stuff?
It was fantastic.
Yeah.
It was so accessible and so palatable, and there was this one where we did this game, and it didn't really make sense. We were just different pieces of furniture, and then we had to move our piece of furniture through space and time and genres, and I was just like,
Whoa.
oh. And then it's like, oh, so you did this with furniture, how could you do this with a character? And I'm like, wait, what? How could you do this with a scene? And I'm like, wait, what? So it was really fascinating. There was this one, Elise, actually, she was a refrigerator, and then she was a kegerator at a frat house. And then she was an icebox in a medieval peasant house or whatever. And I'm just like, that is so cool to think of like how to move these things and how to make it paint more of a picture for the audience by just a few descriptors, you know?
Yeah.
Because then the audience is able to like fill in more with that. And I was just like, that's so cool. I never thought about it like that.
I like that a lot. I like too that you start with something that does not have as much of necessarily like an interior world where you're like, I can just think of furniture and take it through the ages, and then we can add back in the layer of like character or scene where there's like more dynamic stuff going on. Do you feel like you took things away from camp that you want to bring to Trash or you want to bring to your improv?
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, the more you play, like the easier it gets. The more you understand sort of the dynamics or how to weave something in a way that it like works better, or is more understandable, or you know, more palatable for the audience, more understandable for your partner, or so yeah, absolutely. I feel like I don't play enough, but I know Comedy Spot has all sorts of opportunities, such as taste test and other Mondays and other, you know, dropping classes and workshops. So check it out at saccomedyspot.com/classes.
I think that learning in different environments is always really useful to like enhance communication styles and be like, oh, I can learn things from people that I haven't played with before, or like teachers I haven't taken classes from before.
Yeah, absolutely. Broaden your horizons wherever possible. Like, oh my gosh. And just to have all these tools, you know, you don't have to use them all, but like just to have them is just fantastic. And it because of my positive camp experience, I'm really looking forward to taking more workshops and doing more camps and more drop-ins like taste test.
Well, thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me. This has been wonderful.
Yeah. If you want to see the shows that Amy is in, you can go to saccomedyspot.com/calendar, Trash Movie Improv.
Yeah, fourth Saturday is at 7:30.
Woo! Bye!
Bye. Thank you.